Hey, I'm back. Sorry about the little hiatus. I really burned myself out in the weeks before and after the movie with the rapid-fire uploads and the long, detailed review of the movie, which, for some reason, isn't getting popular. I worked harder on that review than any other video on my channel. If you're only going to watch one video by Peace Petal, that's the one. But anyway, I couldn't find any videos on YouTube analyzing the Flim-Flam timeline and the cutie remarks, so I thought, what the hey, why not? And trust me, this is a more interesting topic than it sounds like, so bear with me. When the Flim-Flam brothers first showed up in the super speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, I really liked them. This was a fun episode, and Flim and Flam made the episode. Their song was catchy, they were clever, they were charismatic. Interestingly, they were not villains in this episode. They were antagonists, set in opposition to the Apple family by the competitive nature of the apple cider business. They didn't actually do anything illegal or evil. When the Flim-Flam brothers finally reappeared in Leap of Faith, I was vastly disappointed. Somehow they had gone from competitive business ponies to con artists. Even worse, by their third major appearance in Viva Las Pegasus, they had dropped the whole Apple thing entirely. Not only is that what put them in competition with the Apple family in the first place, but it's on their cutie marks. Their destiny was apples, but the characters got completely derailed. In Equestria Girls, they even dropped the whole con artist thing in favor of spitefully pranking an annual party. And in the comic books, they were actually selling oranges at a fruit convention. How did the Flim-Flam brothers get from here to here? I found the key to this mystery in the alternate timeline from the cutie remark. Something happened that prevented this industrialized dystopia, which could have happened had things gone down differently. The difference is the sonic rain boom, of course. Without the sonic rain boom, the main six's lives took different paths as they got their cutie marks at different times. But enough things went similarly that in each of those timelines, except perhaps the last one, all the baddies were defeated except one. In the Flim-Flam timeline, Sombra, Chrysalis, Nightmare Moon, T-Rex, and Discord were all defeated by one means or another. My point is not to analyze exactly how all that happened. There's actually a very good video about that by Dragon Trainer 201. For my purposes, I'll just say the main six's lives were different somehow. There was something they didn't do that enabled the Flim-Flam brothers to do this. What is this exactly? Do the Flim-Flam brothers own Equestria now? If the timelines get progressively worse, does that mean a Flim-Flam empire is somehow worse than Discord's chaos or Chrysalis's reign of terror? Well, let's break it down. I think what's happened here is informed by their first appearance. In the super speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, the Flim-Flam brothers talk about opportunity, a modern world, a big new world. They show a great aptitude with magic-powered technology, a skill which never shows up again. The way I see it, Equestria is at the tipping point of an industrial revolution. They have advanced technology available to them. Telephones, helicopters, and dubstep, but they preferentially use older technology. Scrolls, chariots, and phonographs. I think this is a deliberate choice, a resistance to change. This is a culture that values cuteness and that uses friendship as its national defense plan. I don't think it's far-fetched to believe that the ponies choose not to use technology that is available to them. The Flim-Flam brothers seem to be selling their machine as much as their cider. The episode isn't called Flim-Flam Cider TM, it's called the Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000. They are deliberately marketing their machine as a desirable solution to the cider shortage. I think this episode is a microcosm of the situation in Equestria at large. Flim and Flam were probably leaders in the field of magic-powered machinery. The eyes of the small but growing market for modern technology were on them. When their machine lost to a family of earth ponies in a backwater town, the consequences of this competition may have reached beyond Ponyville. This would be the equivalent of the best modern steamboat losing a race to a clipper ship, or a modern steam locomotive losing to a racing horse. The competition between the Apple family and the super speedy Cider Squeezy 6000 may have shattered the already shaky faith ponies had in modern technology. This could explain why the Flim-Flam brothers switched businesses. If interest in machines like theirs collapsed, they might have simply taken the sales skills they already had and applied it to a new field where you don't need a lot of resources to start out: conning. They started with the apples they already had left over, and when that ran out, they moved on to the next con, starting off shaky before finally establishing themselves. Their apple cutie marks became irrelevant. In other words, their destiny was thwarted by their failure in Ponyville. With that clarified, the Flim-Flam timeline starts to make sense. When the sonic rain boom didn't happen, the course of the main six's lives changed. They didn't all become friends, so they weren't able to band together and beat the Flim-Flam brothers in this competition. Earning the right to sell cider in Ponyville, the Flim-Flam brothers eventually ran Sweet Apple Acres out of business and took over the most important sector of Ponyville's economy. More importantly, they proved their technology. They tipped the scales, spearheading a new industrial revolution. The ponies embraced the technology that they were afraid of and stepped into the modern world. Did the Flim-Flam brothers build an evil empire? I don't think so. They were still operating the machinery themselves instead of sitting in an office or a throne room. They were more like the Thomas Edison of Equestria. They were moderately successful business ponies who pioneered technology that transformed Equestria forever. It's possible that this industrial revolution caused more damage than harm, desecrating Equestria's sensitive environment and pushing aside aspects of pony culture like cuteness and friendship. So this still could be a disastrous timeline. So I pretty much just explained two inconsistencies in the show: the Flim-Flam brothers being so different after their first appearance and the sporadic appearance of advanced technology that isn't commonly used, with a single theory. How do you like them apples? Yeah, I'm awesome. Yay me! Anyway, this theory casts new light on the Flim-Flam brothers. Previously, I saw them as interesting characters who got ruined by writers who didn't understand the concept of the characters. Now, I see them as a tragedy. They had a destiny of greatness, foreshadowed by their cutie marks, and lived to its fullness in an alternate timeline. And that destiny was changed to one that was less honest, also probably less destructive, but certainly less impactful, by the events of this episode and whatever bad decisions they made afterwards that got them from here to here. Now, this theory still gives no context for Flim and Flam pointlessly pranking a party at no profit of their own. But hey, it's Equestria, girls. If EG can assassinate the character of Filthy Rich, it can do the same to Flim and Flam, am I right? Oh wait, I forgot that most bronies actually like this abomination of a spin-off. Now I need to make a video justifying why I hate Equestria girls, don't I? Well, that could be coming sometime. Meanwhile, please comment your thoughts on my take on the Flim-Flam timeline. I'd rather facilitate a friendly discussion than simply preach at the dark void of the internet.